Hello, I'm Certified Financial Planner Chris Cooper. Many of you have heard the news, of course, about real estate sales. We're seeing a great deal of increase in the number of sales throughout the United States. Some areas of the country, such as Southern California, has also started to see a shrinkage in the amount of inventory, that is, the number of homes that are available for sale. This looks like a pretty positive aspect of what we're going to see going forward now in our country, because real estate prices are oftentimes a big part of the ownership securities or the ownership investments, if you will, of many families. And when real estate values declined, this took away a lot of their spending power. It also took away a lot of their confidence in whether or not things were going to be all right, because generally houses have always gone up in value and not down. Well, we'll have to say, though, that things are not necessarily that rosy. And so depending on which newspaper you read the story in, even though it's all being reported by the Associated Press, you'll start to see that there's a slant. Some will say, well, it's actually looking like it's a big increase. We have less foreclosures coming into the market, so therefore the existing real estate sales tend to have a better price because they're not having to discount so heavily to sell against what are called distressed properties, foreclosures, short sales, other bank-owned real estate. But the only real problem, though, is we're not seeing that large of a number of transactions. We're not anywhere near we were in 2006. We're definitely nowhere near where we were in 2000. So definitely it's in a positive trend. Things tend to be moving in the right direction, but let's keep our powder dry, because many things may not be working just yet. We still have some serious concerns about whether we're creating jobs. And jobs is really what dictates real estate prices. The more jobs in an area, the more demand for housing, because people move into those areas to take those jobs. That's what, of course, we're seeing in Southern California, but we're not necessarily seeing that in all parts of the United States, including the Midwest. So one of the things is yes, we are seeing a positive increase in the number of sales of real estate. The prices aren't necessarily rising all that much. And definitely we're seeing a decrease in the number of foreclosures for sale, but we don't know how many foreclosures are coming in the future. That's the part we have to watch for, and when we do, let's beware, because if more foreclosures come into the marketplace to be sold, that tends to drive down the price of real estate, even though it gives more people the opportunity to buy houses. The low interest rate environment right now, according to Mr. Bernanke, our Federal Reserve Board chairman, is going to stay this way probably for another 2 more years. So people have the opportunity to get mortgages at very, very, very favorable rates. So yes, a real estate purchase may be in everybody's future, but let's make sure we don't make the same mistakes we made before by buying houses we can't afford or that we cannot maintain.